What is up, guys? Guesty here, and welcome back to my hardcore Let's Play. This is episode 8, and I've got a pretty cool episode for this episode. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is actually my second take on this episode because I wasn't really that happy with my first take, and I've kind of already done a lot of things I wanted to get done, but I think it was taken up by, I think the episode that I originally had was just a little bit of nothingness. I didn't get a whole lot done. I did a lot of exploring and different things, but I want to actually get some sort of build done this episode, or at least half a build done. So this episode will hopefully be much better than the episode you never see. So that'll be good. As you can see, I got some wolves going. I originally, when I went and did what I'm about to do, I brought all of them with me. In fact, I had more, but a couple died. But they are so annoying, so I might bring 2 with me. Yep, 2. I'm not bringing any more than 2 because they're too annoying. But they're actually really handy if you use them well, so I am actually going to bring them. Alright, so this episode, as you can see, I've done a little bit more enchantments on some tools. I had an efficiency 2 pickaxe as well, but obviously used all that up. And what I want to do is be able to do lots of enchantments. So I want to make an XP farm. Now, I'm going to actually show you some footage from what I did last episode because what I did is basically go through this cave down here and do some exploring and check out what is going on down there. And I found a massive cave system, like bigger than this one, that I've got my ravines and stuff in. Although it might be connected to it some way. I'm not exactly sure at this stage, but because it is just huge. Like, I couldn't explore it. I was exploring it for a couple of hours and I couldn't get through it all. So, alright, this is going to be... Whoa, mate. That is a bit dangerous. See, they just do the stupidest things. I wonder if... Oh, mate. So I'm going to have to bring another one with me now. Yeah, but they are so annoying, so I don't want to breed any more than what I've got. I'll try and actually just have 2 at a time. And if I need another one, I can always make another one. So, alright. What we need to do now is hit the road. And basically, I'm going to show you some clips now, me exploring down here. Because if we run down here now, I'll just show you basically what happened. I continued this 3x3 sort of tunneling system all the way down because I wanted to start doing some branch mining and actually get some resources going. But I got to actually here, and I was running into quite a bit of lava, but I was always over it because of the layer that I'm mining on. And then I ran into this massive cave system which is in here, and it is huge. I can't enforce enough how big it is, and it's just full of stuff. Like, I've got an abandoned mine shaft in there, although that is really small. I'd like to find a bigger one. And there's also just heaps of massive caverns in there, and eventually I found this zombie spawner which I'm going to run to now, and I want to show you where it is. So I'm going to put these next few clips up of me just going around and having a look and just the different cuts throughout it. There's no commentary over the top because it'll be a little bit more involved if there's none, and you guys can just check out what I was doing. So I'll do that, and then I'll meet you up the top. And actually, just before we do hit the road, I want to do a couple of enchantments. So I'm probably not going to be able to put much on these. I just want to go for a lower level, like level 2. There we go, level 2. Efficiency 2, happy with that. That's real good. We want another... Oh, we'll just get another level 3, I guess. Unbreaking 1, that's not great. I'm not a big fan on unbreaking, but anyway. So... we'll use the efficiency 1 there, and that should be good. Alright, cool. So, let's hit the road. Alright, so I've just come out the front of my base. This is the little entrance here and the other little top entrance bit there. And basically, if I hit Shift F3, bring up my coordinates, basically all I need to get to is X 1100 and Z negative 270. So basically, I think we just got to head in, not that direction, this direction this way, and get out of here, and 1100, which is this way. So basically in that direction, not too far, hopefully. Tell you what, these vines here are so handy now that they've actually grown, because I can sort of just get around this area without actually having to do too much. Alright, cool. It's not going well. In fact, this is going to be really close, so I might as well just record the whole thing while I'm going there. I was going to cut it, but it's better if you guys see where it actually is. Oh, don't sit down. And of course, if any of you guys actually want to play this and play on my seed, then you can see the seed just below there where my coordinates are, and you can see my coordinates so you can actually get here too, so that's good. Get a pumpkin. And actually I should also mention that in my base I've also got some sheep going, which is good, because I want to actually get some coloured sheep going. It's not for actually making anything out of wool, because really beds are the only useful thing I can make out of wool. I hope you guys can see this, because if you can't, that'll be annoying. Although it's good that I am lighting up the area, because it's going to increase the efficiency of any mob spawn or anything I make. We're getting real close now. If I have a look over here, where are we? Oh, alright, let's go for it. Oh no! Oh, made it. Just made it. So where are we? Negative 270, 1100. We've got to be going this way. Some more. Alright, cool. And also, oh, there we can go. There we go. Hang on. Just through the trees there, you can sort of see it in the distance. My little big gravel pole I made. Just so you can see it. Hang on. There we go. That's a better view. So you can see it now. This is where we're trying to get to. This is where the spawner was that I found. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm just hitting over 700 subscribers now, which is awesome. Never thought I'd get that. Whoa. Okay, this is where the wolves come in handy. I keep getting distracted. Come on, wolves. Oh, they're not too good in water. I think we're missing one. He may have killed himself. Oh, they don't go near creepers. That's the only thing. They don't like creepers. Oh, I should also mention that I have got a full inventory. Pumpkin is probably more worth... No. Right, there we go. Don't need the cobble. So, yeah, as I was saying, 700 subscribers. I'm really amped about that. You know, I never thought I'd actually get that far in making this. I was just making some videos, you know, it's a bit of fun, and you often actually hear this quite often. I know a lot of other YouTubers will actually say it, that, you know, they didn't intend on, you know, getting as big as they have, and, you know, I'm not that big at the moment, you know, I'm going to hit, hopefully, I'd like to hit 1,000. If you guys enjoy me that enough, hopefully I'll get to 1,000 one day, and then we'll see what happens from there. But anyway, before I ramble on too much and get too excited about all my subscribers, because I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to do some talking about subscribers in another episode, here is the spawner. We found it. Now, I don't know what that wolf's doing. Hopefully it doesn't come down, because they are so annoying. Alright, so what I want to quickly do is get a crafting bench, which I've already got, which is good. So that needs to go... I'll just stick it in the wall here for the time being. And I want to make a few furnaces. Or just two. Two more. There we go. Alright, awesome. So that one can go there, and that can't go there like that. It has to go underneath. That's annoying. Alright. Cool. So I want to get some stone made, some flat stone made, like I've got a heap in there already. And this one here, put these in there. Alright, cool. So now we got some stone going, and basically for this spawner, I actually probably need to remove all the walls, because I want to make all my spawners like the same throughout my whole entire world, so including the ones in the Nether, and that obviously means that none of my spawners can be flammable for one, and they have to be durable enough to withstand, you know, maybe like ghast explosions and that type of thing too. So, and also they can't be susceptible to Enderman taking them, because if I want to set up I don't know, some sort of mob system in the Nether. Oh, whoops! In the end, my bad. In fact, there isn't even spawners in the end. I don't know what I'm talking about now. But basically, what I'm trying to get at is I want to build this thing out of stone bricks. So that's why I'm getting that stone cooking. And so basically, let me just talk to you for a second about mechanics of a mob spawner for anyone that doesn't know, anyone that is interested. You'll see here the room that I've sort of dug out. This is going to be blocked up. In fact, I kind of need to dig all this out before I can explain it to you. So just give me a sec. I'll dig it all out. Alright, the room's completely dug out now. You can get rid of that coordinate system too. And alright, now let's just talk about the mechanics of a mob spawner for a second. So, as you know, which is pretty obvious, they spawn mobs of whatever is inside them, except obviously on SMP there's just pigs floating in them most of the time, I think, because there's a bug with it. I'm not sure, but anyway, single player, I'm talking about single player, and obviously whatever mob's inside is what's going to spawn. And basically they spawn in a 8x8 room. So if we count from here, we go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then we go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so that's all good. That's pretty simple, but I actually do need my coordinates for a second, again, because I need to show you something. You notice that if it's an 8x8 room, then it's an even number, and therefore there's no exact center. So essentially, we've got 3 diagonal this side, but we've got 4 diagonal this side. Now that just comes down to the mechanics that in the room of the 8x8, to get the most efficiency, because you do want an 8x8 room, you want to have, see on there on my coordinates where my X and Z are, they're the lowest number of X and Z. So Z is -293 and X is 1098. If we go up here, X is 1105 and Z is -285. And -285 is a bigger number than -292. Because you got to talk about the smallest number. So if anyone that doesn't know what the deal is with negative numbers, although it's pretty easy, so I don't really need to explain anything about that. So that basically gives you an indication of where you need your 4 diagonal and your 3 diagonal coming from the mob spawner. So this means that the wall will go along here, and there'll be more space on this side here where I'm standing now, of the mob spawner than on that side. So that sums all that up in a lot more words than I wanted intended on. So now all I need to do is basically get all this cobblestone cooking. I haven't got much space in my inventory actually, which is a bit annoying. There we go. A little bit more in here, and hopefully we can pull out some of this stone too. There we go. And so I think the main idea that I want to do with this spawner room is, I'll just show you. Oh, I got 20 more there. Get these out. I hate when it's like this. There you go. Alright, don't worry about that. Oh, I have to. Damn it. Okay, there we go. So basically my idea is all the walls are going to be out of this stone brick, and I think because I'm not really going to be looking in here, then I don't really need to do anything other than that. And I should also mention that the mobs will spawn in that 8x8 square, but they also spawn one below the spawner, at the spawner, and one above the spawner. So they can spawn in this space, like along this space here, along this space here, and along this space here, in that 8x8 square that I showed you. So I think it's better if I just fill the room in how it needs to be, and then I'll come back when I've done that, and then it'll be much easier to understand for anyone that doesn't understand. And for anyone that does understand, I'm sorry that you have to put you through this, but you know, you might actually learn something. So it could be worth watching. So I'll see you soon. Alright, this is looking a whole lot different now. So I've sort of cleared out this whole area a little bit and got rid of the trees that were here, and just trying to maybe try and make this look a little bit more natural than it does. So I can always do that a little bit later though, because that doesn't matter too much. But if we go down here now, we're definitely making some serious progress in here. So basically I've got the whole area set up perfectly now. So we've got, if we look from here, if I place the torches down, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonally this way. And we should have 3 diagonally this way. If we go 1, then that'd be 2, and that'd be 3 there. So that's 3 that way too. Oh, stuffed up my water currents. There we go, that's better. Alright. Very good. Alright, so there's 3 that way, and that means that the whole spawning space is used, and therefore we have maximum efficiency. So, I also forgot to mention that these mobs can actually spawn in the air from a spawner. Normally they can't, but from a spawner they can. So, now what we have to do is these blocks here are just to hold the water back until we're ready to go. But, you know, basically I'll just empty them, and then they'll trail right to the end here. And then we've got this trail of water here, which when the mobs get pushed into this here, they can't get out. They won't be able to jump too high. And then they'll get sent along here, down here, and then there'll be another water current here. And then this is where I want to start bringing them up, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I think you want to have it so that the mobs get traveled. I think they travel, I think it's 15 blocks away, but we have to be within 15 blocks, if that makes sense, for them to be spawning. So if we're more than 15 blocks away from this spawner, then they won't spawn. But if there is zombies from here that are within 10 blocks or 15 blocks, 10 to 15 blocks from here, then only 10 of them can spawn. I think it's 15 as well. So we kind of need to be like standing, say this is 15 blocks away here. We need to be standing here within the 15 blocks, but then the mobs need to be here so we can kill them. So if that makes sense, so we can get them to pile up and then we can kill them. So I think that's the way to make it work. Although in saying that, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as we're standing within 15 blocks of this, then we can have the mobs travel anywhere near us, and they'll like within spawning space of us, and they will not disappear, and there'll be a heap of them that will build up. So I think we should be pretty right with all that. It just depends on where I actually want to put this this spawner. So if I go out here outside, I know my home is in that direction that way. So where is it exactly? It's somewhere over there. So I don't really know whether I want to make it closer to there or whether I maybe make it in here somewhere. In fact, I think I want to put it in here. So I'm going to actually swap the water currents from the way they were facing, and I also want to set up a 15 perimeter, like a 15 block perimeter. So I'm going to get some cobblestone and put up where 15 blocks is from this spawner, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so it's all coming together now. We have our mob spawner sitting just below this central block here, and then over here we've got this chimney looking contraption, which is where the mobs will go up and then they'll come down. So there's 2 tubes running. There's one behind these blocks here, and then there's one behind these blocks here. But so what basically happens inside this is the mobs, for anyone that doesn't know about these, the mobs will get flown into here. There'll be another water source here, so they get pushed into here, and then basically a mob's normal reaction is they'll swim upwards. So all we have to do is put some water there, and then we'll put a sign above that water, and then water, then sign, then water, then sign, then water, all the way to the top, and then it'll get them to the top without them having, without them suffocating actually. So this should work out pretty well. I'm thinking maybe I could make them swim up 2 blocks, but It is much slower just to swim up when there's a down current pushing you down. So I think this way is actually quite a bit faster. So yeah, it definitely seems like it's a lot faster. So maybe I might just leave it like that to get the mobs flowing out real fast. Although, in saying that, they should be far enough away from this spawner now that there is no effect of there being too many zombies around. So if we count, and we go from here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is the 8th block, and that leaves the 9th block being the water channel, or the water tunnel upwards, the water tube. And this means that the mobs, they get travelled along this, along these water currents, and end up in the tube, will be outside the detection range of the mob spawner, meaning that more mobs can spawn. A little bit complex, but I'm sure that most of you will understand this, but for those of you who don't, there's basically like I've sort of already explained this, but there's a 17 by 17 in X and Z direction, so 17 wide, 17 deep, and 9 high. So 17 by 9 by 17, technically. And this is the detection range for the zombies to spawn, or for the mobs to spawn outside a mob spawner. And so once you go outside this range, basically the mobs will just keep spawning indefinitely. So I'll finish off this tube now, and I'll meet you at the top. Just coming up for these last few bits of water now. Should be the last sign and last bit of water. With this water at the top, you want it to actually flow across. So, but obviously you don't want water flowing down, so I need to place a sign there. But with me here at the moment, I need to put some water down there, otherwise I'll probably kill myself. So, what do we need to do now? Well, this is looking pretty good. We definitely need to get rid of that torch. In fact, it doesn't really make a difference, but probably prefer not to be a torch in there. Oh, and I need to actually put some light on top of this, because there was skeletons spawning on here during one of the nights, and we don't want mobs spawning on there, especially if they're going to jump down on top of us while we're in here or something like that. So probably a good idea. It's just so annoying trying to do it all in here though. Alright, that should be good. Yep, alright. Sweet, we got everything. So I just put a couple of torches on top of here, and then I think we can go test this bad boy out. Tell you what, I'd love to have like a pumpkin or a bit of glowstone right now, instead of having to place torches. I hate torches. But anyway, alright. Let's head on down. I think we are good to go here. I just have to block up this top, and then I can get rid of the water and jump down, hopefully. Where? Okay, cool. Alright, awesome. Okay, now what we should do is probably get rid of all the light in here, and then give this thing a test out. So, actually, I gotta yeah, actually, yep, alright, cool. So, I will just set up my inventory, and then I'll get rid of all the light in here, and we also got to get these last few water currents going as well. So I need one down here that flows into the tube, and that should work perfectly, I think. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking real good. I like how it sort of gives them a bit of upward flow at the end there. Can't get rid of all that gravel yet. Get rid of that bit. Alright. And now we've got to get rid of all the light in here. So zombies are definitely going to start spawning, which is going to be a little bit annoying. But they shouldn't really affect us too much, because hopefully they get pushed away by the water flows. Fingers crossed. Got to make sure I get all the lights in here too, otherwise it'll be an absolute pain to come back in here and try and get another bit of light source out of here. Oh wow, here we go. So you're my first victim, are you? Oh crap, gravel. Come on. Yes. Oh, jeez, I thought I was gone then. Would have been all good anyway. I would have somehow beat the zombie up there and maybe killed him or something. That's it. Might have lost a couple of torches, bit of stone, but I don't even care. It will all be worthwhile in the long run. So I think this is basically done. Everything in here is done. Just patch this bit up, and then there's nothing really spawning. Oh, probably got to get rid of all the light in here, and it does take, I think, up to 30 or 40 seconds sometimes for a mob to spawn, so we should be alright. It should be all good. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, okay. Everything's looking good. Oh, zombie died. Okay. Maybe this is too low. So I might try to level up. I thought I had it perfect, but maybe not. Now that's it's tough for me. Okay, so that's 3 punches. I'd like to have 1 punch, but maybe that's just not possible. Unless no, we'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see for a zombie and see if it kills them. Because where are they? Because I swear that okay, they're all dying at this level. Okay, this is definitely too low. I might try with like a half slab in there. So I'll make a half slab. I haven't actually got any. I'll make a half slab, put it in there, and we'll see how that goes. If that doesn't work, then I guess I'll just have to put it up that 1 extra full block, and then just live with them, you know, having to punch and feel them a bit more. Maybe I could get some stone swords or something going, a bit of a chest with, you know, full of wood, full of stone. I mean, full of cobblestone, and just hit them or something. I'm not sure. Half block. Oh, that's killing them too. See, alright, I'd prefer to actually have them all live than, you know, some or a lot of them dying and then having to punch them a couple more times. So what I'll do is I definitely think I'll make this a full block. Yeah, I'll definitely make this a full block, and we'll see if some zombies survive. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so they're definitely dying at that level, definitely dying at half block, so I need to have this block here. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, that one survived. 2 punches. Oh, that one died. This is weird. That one's alive. Why? I can't work out why their health would be so inconsistent. Like, I've got a tube with heaps of air pockets, and they wouldn't be dying from full damage in the mob spawner because, oh, maybe they are taking a little bit of damage inside the spawner. No, maybe not. No, maybe they are taking a little bit of damage inside the spawner. Just if they're spawning and they're like real shallows of the water and they're spawning at the top block. Maybe. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll AFK here for a little while, and I'll come back and see if I can get some large numbers of zombies going to make sure that it's all working properly. So I'll see you soon. Oh my gosh, and there is a lot of zombies in there. Definitely have to turn on my sounds because this is going to get really, really loud. So let's just have a look how many zombies are actually in there. So we got, what, 50, 40, somewhere around 40 to 50. I'm not sure if there's like some, you know, flesh in there as well, but, you know, at least we know that we got more than the 6 to 10, which is like the threshold, if the zombies are still in range of the mob spawner. So obviously they're outside that range, which is good. And also, most of them seem to be surviving, and we're getting a good build up. So if I left this for like an hour, I reckon my computer would probably crash, but I reckon it'd be really good. So the next thing I think I probably need to work on is maybe getting some potion or something. Maybe like some splash potions to kill these guys in like 1 hit. That's probably the best thing to do. Although, by that time, I hope to have found a cave spider spawner in which I can make one of these. In fact, it's going to be a bit different because they don't like following currents and stuff. Cave spiders are freaking weird. So I might, well, hopefully I'll have something set up similar for a cave spider spawner by the time I get to having potions and stuff. So I'm still really happy with that though, and I definitely am going to need a lot of food supply, but the zombie flesh will suffice for me while I'm here because punching things is your biggest source of losing food. So that's pretty awesome, pretty happy with that. Successful build. Probably, yeah, leave some ideas for how you want me to, you know, I guess mold this into the land, you know, make it all look nice, and of course suggestions for builds you want me to do, and thanks for watching guys, I guess. So I'll see you next time. Peace!